So I was discussing the flip-top pineapple situation with somebody who, matter-of-factly, said to me, well, I would think that you can still use a regular can opener with a flip-top can. Like, I actually never thought of that, because I am not perfect. I am a fallible, flawed, vulnerable, fragile human being, okay? Unlike what is clearly expected of me in this existence, I am not perfect. And just as an aside, I cannot stand people, particularly professionals in a position of power, who clearly believe they are perfect, who believe they can't possibly make a mistake, who, believe they're infallible. Like John Rappaport has repeatedly pointed out, mistakes in the medical field are obscene. Medical mistakes account for like an obscene amount of deaths and injuries each year. It is a huge problem. So any professional who's nothing but a fallible human being who goes around thinking he or she just is perfect, can't possibly ever make a mistake. That's why, like I said, I've taught my mom, I don't care if it's a friggin' nurse setting up your meds. You don't ever blindly take your meds. I've struggled to teach my mom you need to be aware of what you're taking at all times. Okay? Because despite what certain professionals clearly, apparently, believe to the contrary, no matter who you are in this life, you are not perfect, and you sure as fuck are capable of making a mistake, including with a patient's meds. Okay? How dare I point that out? How dare I get upset about anything or point accusatory fingers at anybody? Simply because they possess a professional degree, and I'm just a piece of shit loser, so they can't possibly make any mistakes whatsoever, right? Simply by virtue of being that, they can't possibly make a mistake. So I finally watched the Bachelorette. I hadn't recorded all of that Men Tell All things. I only watched 45 minutes of that. I just needed to delete it. Not like I cared all that much, although it was kind of interesting. Poor Blake. I will tell you this. Remember, I watched some of the Ari thing. I think, in my opinion, Blake and Garrett seemed like just much nicer, sweeter, more sensitive type, kinder men than Ari, but, whatever. Blake had his part ripped apart, but Becca can only choose one person. It's the whole nature of the thing. Will Blake wind up being the Bachelor at some future date? I don't know. I bet there was maybe. I would like to know the statistics. How many of these relationships actually last? Like how many get married? I mean, Becca had the whole Ari thing going, and she bravely did it this time around. She fell in love with two guys, and I think she was was trying to fall for Jason as well, but they're a sweet couple. You gotta feel bad for Blake. He was ripped into, blindsided. He had a little mini breakdown on national television, the whole world to see. Because Becca's something special, like I said, she seems to be something special, so perhaps it was fortunate for her that Eric, because she would have been with Ari, and it's fortunate for her that she didn't wind up with him. Maybe because her soulmate Garrett was waiting for her, I don't know. I like watching normal people sometimes, because it's something that I can't have, and you know, I accept that I can't have that. It's enjoyable, you know. I would never watch the whole season. It's too much for me. But watching the end, watching the last couple episodes when the person's down to the end of who he likes and who he or she, you know, might choose, that's kind of interesting. Again, it's me. I may as well be dropped from another planet, you know what I mean? I can't have any of that normal shit, and I just can sit there and find it all intriguing and fascinating and just, you know, completely alien to me. Never forget, my every waking moment, my every fiber of my being, my constant companion in this existence, at least nowadays, more so than ever, is my firm belief that this psychiatric medication, this, you know, polypharmacy, this psychiatric medication, my elderly mom is forced to ingest in high dosages, or high dose, whatever, on a daily basis. I 100% believe that it is slowly destroying her mind, slowly killing her. That's and that affects every fiber of my being at all times, you understand? It is what I 100% believe. Nobody will convince me to the contrary. But I can't do anything to change it. I'm helpless to do anything about it. So she is at the mercy of the system. System thinks she needs to be hospitalized, she gets hospitalized. If the system thinks she needs to have her meds increased, the meds are increased. Understand? It might be an individual psychiatrist making that decision, but it still all revolves around the system makes that decision. You know what I mean? They're all part of it. Did I know that this day would come? Where this would be my constant just anxiety and whatnot? No. Because I didn't think I'd be around. So get it. I honestly didn't think I'd be around. I did not think about this day coming. No, she's not in the hospital right now. She's in the other room sleeping. I told you in the other video. And I didn't get mad at her, I gently explained to her. Okay. That, what if I wasn't home? What if you didn't leave me a voicemail saying you're coming? You cannot just come after telling me in the morning that you definitely decided not to come. You know, we had decided you weren't going to come. You cannot just show up, you know. We went out to eat. I hadn't eaten all day. I also had to buy some food to feed her tomorrow, including her cereal. I always have her take home with her. I can't keep it here. I'll eat it. She's like, why can't you keep it there? I have too much cereal. I know, Mom. But it winds up not being here when you get here anyway. Again, the following weekend or something, I eat it. I don't want to eat it. Okay? But I didn't have any food to give her. I had to buy some. Because sometimes I just go without eating, or I just eat whatever. A couple of nights ago, I just took some organic spinach, you know, just the non-cooked kind that you have to get in the store, and threw some of that delicious Simple Truth salad dressing I discovered at Vitacoz. Cheap and good. Orange something, just so good. It's a repeat purchase for me. It's glass. You bet your sweet ass card, if you're watching this, that next time I get a Vitacoz card, I'm going to be paying close attention to how any glass that I get is package wrapped, because I never paid attention until the tart cherry juice fiasco, you know. I never really thought about it until your eloquently written comment pointed out, you know, and that they shouldn't ship glass that way, you know, they shouldn't. I don't know, the Blake, he was madly in love with Becca. Devastated. I don't think he'd be ready to be the Bachelor right now. I don't know how much time it'll be, but that's difficult. He thought that he was going to spend the rest of his life with her. She was able to jump right into being the Bachelorette, even though she thought she was going to spend the rest of her life with Ari. But you know, she was going into it, you know, Ari had really just did a fucking about face, and this was different. Becca really was in love with both these men, so in the end it came down to, like she said, it will come down to who do I feel who can I not imagine, you know, who can I not imagine not being in my life, you know, not ready to say goodbye and can't even imagine this person not being in my life. In that case, that's why she chose Garrett. At least she didn't do what Harry did to her. She didn't tell any of them that she loved them or whatnot, you know. She was in love with both of them. I believe that too. They both seemed like really nice guys. But again, let me stress, didn't watch the whole season, only watched the last few episodes, okay? Because I was invested in Becca before when I watched the last couple so episodes of the Ari thing, and I saw him doing that to her and sluts at her. I wanted to see her be the Bachelorette, but I sure as fuck wasn't going to watch it for months, you know. No way. I just wanted to find out what happened in the end. Maybe I'll do that next time as well. I would never watch Bachelor in Paradise. No way, no how, no way. No how, no way would I do that. Remember, I wasn't expecting my mom to be here, so I had to clean everything up. And I actually forgot about all the towels and everything that were in the bathroom from when Omar had to be in there. And his bed was in there too. And I followed her when she was going in to go to the bathroom from there, so it's a good thing I did, because I forgot that stuff was in there, and it's all I need to ever trip over it. Remember, I'm expected to be absolutely perfect in this life. So I would probably be blamed if my mom got hurt on my, here. Kid you not. There's been more than one occasion since her gallbladder surgery when she stayed here and whatnot, but that I truly thought she was going to wind up hospitalized. But thankfully the decision was out of my hands, and in the end, she didn't get hospitalized. I have every right to be happy about that. But remember, too, I'm also condemned for saying anything against these wonderful mental hospitals, because anyone in that field has the absolute mistaken, believes 100% that when patients go in those places, it helps them. They need to be in there and it helps them, okay? So I'm looked at funny, and simply if I point out that not only have these mental hospitals repeatedly not helped my mother 99.9% of the time, in some instances, particularly that one she was stayed in 3 times, and every single time there were problems, they've hurt her. Medical professionals don't want to hear that. They cling to their fucking belief that if a patient is going into a mental hospital, it's going to help them and it's for their own good, and you know what I mean? They need to be in these places. And as I've repeatedly said, I can't win in this life. That constant knowledge is yet another reason I drink. No matter how hard I try, I can't win in this life. My beliefs are in the minority. I'm hardly alone in my beliefs, but they're definitely the minority beliefs, because most people just believe the medical world is just, practically infallible, and view the doctors and psychiatrists as gods. They're helping people, and, they can do no wrong, Same with the fucking poison my mom has to take. It's helping her. Whatever. It's my First Amendment right to tell you outright, I 100% believe these high dosages of, what's referred to as polypharmacy, a variety of different psychiatric medication my mother is forced to ingest on a daily basis. My 72-year-old mother is slowly destroying her mind and, as a result, indirectly slowly killing her. No, I can't have any of the normal things, but I can sit there and enjoy watching it sporadically, sparingly. from time to time. You know what I mean? And then as a poor substitute, I can be an untouchable, unreachable fantasy to